Me, I'll go to bed early. Me at 3 AM. When I'm almost asleep and suddenly I remember a shirt that I haven't seen in months. When someone starts an argument with me about something I know a lot about. When there is a problem at work, but your shift ended 9 seconds ago. When you see people making mistakes you stopped making earlier. Pathetic. Why does the tiredness I have on the couch disappear when I come to bed? When you take off the blanket and it gets too cold and you put it back on and it gets too hot. When you're taking out the trash and something wet drips on your leg. When you open the fridge and forget what you wanted to eat. When you have a question for your mom, but she's on phone, so you follow her silently waiting for her to end the call. When you remember nostalgic moment of your life, and it makes you happy. I love you. Taste of the food normally. Taste of the food after brushing your teeth. French fries when they're fresh. French fries when reheated in the microwave. Me forgetting my password on a random website. Sign in with Google. Normal heartbeat. Deceased heartbeat. Your mic is unmuted on a Zoom call and you didn't know. When you're doing the dishes and feel soggy food touch your hand. Remove arm. When you accidentally open front camera and see your own face. Leaving a social event and overthinking everything you said. Wearing a mask because of COVID. Wearing a mask because you're ugly. Video games and memes. Me. School. Chores. Me is walking on the floor at night. Floor creaks. Me guess I'll die. When you go to bed after feeling tired, but then the tired just disappears. What gives people feelings of power, money, status, getting the water out of your ear? When the toilet water starts rising. Friend, how's life? Me, everything's on track thanks. The track. Waking up feeling exhausted. 4 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, 12 hours of sleep, 30 minutes of sleep. When you ate all the pizza rolls and then remember the good times when you still had pizza rolls. People, are you okay? Me, yeah, no worries. Me at 3 AM realizing that I really exist in this world, man. The fastest things on earth. Cheetah, airplane, speed of light, Saturday and Sunday. When you want to check your internet speed, but the page doesn't load. The dream when you are dreaming about it. The dream when you think about it, when you are awake. When you tell a self-deprecating joke but no one laughs, laughing nervously. God, I wish I was dead. The 4 horsemen of things nobody trusts. Will my phone stay in my pocket when I run? Are my earbuds plugged in all the way? Will stuff fly out of the car windows on the highway? Did I lock the door? Me after saving my phone from hitting the floor by ramming it into the wall with my foot. You must be swift as the coursing river. Me vacuum cleaning. That one small crumb that just won't get sucked in. So tired. So tired. Tired. When you read all the terms and conditions and then decide not to install the application. Nobody spoons when you try to wash them. Me checking my school email after leaving it into shade all summer. Me trying to pull enough lyrics out of my memory to search for a song I used to like. Me tracking my package, even though I just ordered it 3 minutes ago. Person trying to insult me. Me who insults myself on a daily basis. When the toilet water starts rising at a friend's house. Help. When I have to keep removing my headphones because someone keeps talking to me. My blanket when I try to find the long side at 3 AM. Waking up at 5 AM. Still being awake at 5 AM. Me after getting 2 hours of sleep. Me after sleeping for 12 hours. Heaviest objects in the universe. Sun. Neutron star. Black hole. My failures. Wearing socks for 9 hours straight. Re-wearing socks after taking them off. Me hearing part of a song and thinking it's really good. Finding out it was the only good part of the song. Drinking warm water in summer. Drinking warm water in winter. My brain. Cringe memories. Me trying to sleep. Me, I'm mature now. Also me, I must align my feet with the tiles or else I will die. When I order 10 chicken nuggets and find 11 in the box. How it feels when the Wi-Fi stops working. Waking up on a Sunday realizing I only have one day left to do nothing. Me when I talk back to my mom. Hey cool, I'm dead. When your mom yells your full name. Current objective, survive. When you try to fit into a group of people you don't know very well, and they accept you for who you are. When I make an excuse and the person comes up with solutions. The look your mom gives you across a room when you're embarrassing her in public, but can't kill you yet. Math test exists. My brain during the math test, the numbers. Mason, what do they mean? When you already checked your usual 5 apps and don't know what else to do with your day. Me, does something embarrassing. My brain, a new core memory. When you find one of your old games and it gives you the same feeling as it did when you were a kid. Me watching people build friendships while I'm afraid to start conversations. When you buy expensive headphones and start hearing sounds you never heard before. When you were arguing with your mom and accidentally slammed the door while leaving. Seems like you're interested in a wheelchair. When you're supposed to be smart but spell a word so wrong that the spell check tool on Microsoft Word doesn't even know what you want to say. When you get back from a long trip and finally get to use your own toilet again. Humanity restored. Grandma, you're so handsome. Me. Playing video games. Me. My physical health. My mental health. Nobody. My brain when I close my eyes in the shower. Me. Spends any amount of time with anyone. Me as soon as they leave. They probably hated every second and only tolerate me because they feel obligated to do so. You not even watching the movie. Me, yes I am. Everyone, this Delta variant is gonna ruin our plans for the rest of the year. Me, an introvert with no plans. Yes, very sad. Anyway. 2022 is in 4 months. Me still coping with 2020. When you don't have to copy paste the 4-digit verification code. When my ancestors ask why I can't find a girlfriend and ended the bloodline, you gave me the ugly. My tongue precisely explaining the location of the food stuck in my teeth so that my fingers can take it out. My fingers, where is it? Me, goes out for one night. Me, for the next 3 weeks while I recharge my social battery. Me, I need to fix my sleeping schedule. Also me at 3 AM. When you keep reading the group chat discussion but never get involved. For I'm the watcher. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.